Okay, we're going.
I think you're good now.
Let's. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Let's Talk CFL podcast, episode number 639. I'm your host, Christopher Jones, and we're going to talk some football. Oh, there's a ruffling in the thing. What's going on, Will? You okay?
I'm good.
Okay. I thought you had your hand up because you wanted to go potty or something.
Nope.
So we're going to talk some football tonight. We're going to talk CFL football. There's not a lot to talk about, so we're going to do a show. It might not be a really long show, but we're going to talk about a couple of things and see what's happening, and we'll find out how the gang's doing. It's important that we get some media out there, so that's what we're going to do. And I was at a wedding this past weekend, and I kind of met my great grand nephew, my daughter's grandson, and he is a CFL or football enthusiast. He follows all types of football. So I'm just going to say hi to give a shout out here to Alani Jones. Hey, I hope you're listening, and we'll talk to you. Okay, buddy? You take care and enjoy the show. So welcome to the show, Michael Dennis. Oh, get him while he's drinking. How you doing, buddy? Portland, Oregon, Edmonton Elks fan.
Like a waiter.
I'm doing really well. I'm working too much. I've been working 14-hour days the past couple weeks. So life is busy, and I apologize. I didn't get you an agenda today. Sorry.
It's okay. We're going to wing it.
But I'm doing good. Thank you, CJ.
Okay, excellent. Charles Cliff, my buddy from Abbotsford. How you doing, bro?
Hello. I'm doing good. How are you all doing?
Pretty spectacular. Pretty
That's good.
spectacular.
Anyways, Yep. No, I'm just excited. Got to meet up with Nathan Rourke on Saturday. You might have seen the pictures at the Lazy Boy store out in Langley. Yeah. Very nice guy. Very nice person.
Yeah.
And
he's a lot bigger than he looks, eh?
Than I would have. Yes. Yes. I walk in. I'm like, God, he's a giant. My son, who was with me, he's tall, and he was taller than my son is. He's a good 6'3" to 6'4". I did not realize that.
He looks like a little guy back there, and I guess he's not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that was pretty cool. Excellent. Scott Morledge, Saskatchewan Roughrider fan, Regina. How you doing, bro?
I've been experiencing the last couple of days every possible weather pattern you can think of. We're melting, we're raining, we're snowing, we're freezing, we're skating on the streets. So, yeah, spring's coming.
You live in a shitty town, so what do you expect?
Well, yes, I'm not going to disagree with you on that one.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be bad, rude or anything, but you're in Regina, man.
I agree. But my other town I lived in was Red Deer, and that wasn't much better.
Oh, probably not. Okay, I got to save that. I'm just doing a little bit of work on here. Okay, so our last contestant on The New Price is Right is William MacDonald. How you doing, buddy? Calgary, Alberta Stampeders fan. You tried to burn down your stadium the other day, bro.
Yeah, it didn't work very well. It didn't work very well because it's still there. But
setting fires?
It
That's how you get a new stadium, apparently.
Typical dumpster fire in Calgary.
Yeah.
So, what can I say? Yeah, that's about the most exciting thing that's happened around here in months, weeks, years, I guess you could say. But, hey, whatever. We're still going to have the Grey Cup this year. We're still going to have the Grey Cup this year.
I just wanted to comment on that because I'm going to the Grey Cup this year. I hope that fire, that's an old stadium. I hope it didn't weaken the foundations or something like that for that. I don't want.
I have never known.
Sit there and have the thing collapse on me. I mean,
it
might do that without a fire.
Understand, Charles, I've been in construction my whole life, and I've never seen fire burn concrete or steel. Okay? Just saying.
Except for in 9/11, except for the World Trade Center, okay?
Well, yeah,
like that little bit of jet fuel, it just melted all those steel girders and concrete and everything. So
the chances of somebody flying a plane into McMahon Stadium are probably slim to none. Just saying.
Fair enough.
I swear to God, if that happens tomorrow now.
I'm guilty, right? Anyways, we're
for
spending
somebody-
all of our money on the Flames' new hockey arena. You have to have
Saw
something
that.
new since the team is so shitty. So, what can I say?
Gotta have some
When
reason for
Gary
people to go.
Gary Bettman said that this is going to be one of the nicest hockey arenas in the NHL. So, he must be talking about something.
He
So
is,
what-
and it
At
is
least
going
they
to
have
be
nothing-
really
something
nice.
nice.
But I personally think it's a waste of money. But that's just me.
What kind of damage was done to McMahon Stadium? I'm sorry, I didn't know it was on fire.
None.
It wasn't. It was
Yeah.
a dumpster
It was in a-
fire.
It's
out
a
in the
dumpster
parking lot.
fire in front of the stadium.
Okay.
Some people were probably trying to stay warm, I guess. I don't know.
Is there a bunch of tent people around there?
You know what? Calgary's starting to get more and more like that all the time. So
Well, now that
surprised
spring's
Regina hasn't
coming,
had that yet.
they'll come out of the woodwork.
yeah. On my travels to the gym every morning, along a very prominent part of McLeod Trail, which is, well traveled. They have security guards now because there's so many homeless people living along that section of McLeod Trail. So, and it happens to be right in front of the biggest and busiest Home Depot in Calgary. Not mine, a different one. So, anyways,
Cool. Okay, I am putting
really.
up a picture into our chat. I want you guys to take a look at it. I just had some fun. Okay, so there we are. And Charles, you better take a look at it.
Okay. Wow. And Nathan Rourke has the brightest, whitest teeth of anybody I've ever seen in the CFL. Don't you guys think
Oh
so?
boy.
Yeah, look at that
That's
gray
what that-
hair
that's
on the
what
guy
that
in the
mark-
middle, though.
That's what
Yeah.
that marketing money will buy you.
Yeah.
Although this picture took Nathan Rourke's BC Lions hat, and it now looks much more like a
San
San
Fran?
Francisco Giants hat.
Well,
Yes.
now, and I'm trying to figure this out. Charles, you said Nathan Rourke is 6'4". According to this picture, you're probably 6'2.5". And I
Okay,
know
maybe
you're
he's
not
not
that
6'4".
tall. I know you're
I
not
don't
that
think that-
tall.
I think
In the original,
the AI took some liberties there.
I was gonna say
Okay.
in the original picture, I'm not that close in height.
Okay.
No.
There was a little
No, that
difference.
is
And
funny.
in fact, your son is taller than you are,
Yes,
and
he
it
is.
doesn't look that way in this picture.
By quite a bit, I might add.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So anyhow, you can post
So-
that up on the Let's Talk BC
Wait,
Lions page there, Charles, if you want.
Does Nathan Rourke's sweatshirt talk about his personality? Lazy boy.
No,
He's
it's
not a hard
product.
worker. He's not a hard worker. Is that what you're saying? Just ask him.
Well, it's nice. It is really good that it is really good that Nathan Rourke is really working and earning his
That
marketing money.
marketing money, absolutely.
He's doing it. He's doing
Yeah.
it. He's out almost every weekend doing
Of
something
course, they're paying him
Because
a fortune
I
to do
fo-
marketing.
I follow him. Yeah, I follow him on Facebook. He's always doing stuff.
You
He's
follow
probably
him
at
on
the local
Facebook?
McDonald's.
Well, there's
Every
no
Saturday.
season,
Or
so
not
they don't have
Facebook.
anything
Sorry.
else to do.
Not Facebook. Instagram.
Instagram. Okay. Well, I don't know.
Well,
I haven't figured out that social media yet. So
It's
I
a
think-
picture
I
site,
think it's-
basically.
I think it's pretty cool that he's doing it because a lot of the athletes down here in America, they absolutely do not like doing those public appearances.
Yeah, but there's
Yeah.
a real big difference, and the big difference is the NFL.
$200,000.
Well, but the NFL has security coming out their asses, which
Yeah.
we don't have that in the CFL.
That's true.
Alex Singleton commented on that a little while ago about how he doesn't get to talk to the fans in the NFL like he got to talk to them in Calgary.
Hmm.
Because you could find him. I actually talked to him one day in a lineup at Tim Hortons. He was in his truck and I was in my car, and we were yelling back and forth from windows. So, and he kind of likes
There you
that
go.
stuff. So,
Okay.
in the
Well,
NFL, they probably would have shot you. Anyways,
Another thing, the teams don't want a lot of random fans near this guy because they're afraid something's going to happen. They've got millions invested in some of these people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that were the only
And
people.
we don't pay our guys enough to worry about them. Okay. So
Yeah,
If they
but
come, they come.
And besides that, we're Canadians, so we're nice people.
We got
We're
free
nice
hot
I
people.
hope
dogs.
Nathan gets. I hope Nathan gets a free lazy boy out of that. They got some nice chairs, but they're expensive.
oh, they are. I may end up having to buy one. It's just something I've always wanted. My dad had a
And
lazy
one of
boy
the
when I was a little boy, and now I kind of want one. So not that I
and one
believe
of the
that I
kind
ever
of
going to watch TV with him.
yeah, and one of the kind of neat thing that about meeting Nathan at that store is that's the Lazy Boy store in Langley, which used to be managed by former CFL Hall of Famer James Quick Parker. And
Really?
they actually have a display of one of his BC Lions jerseys and stuff like that in the store. And actually,
Well, that's
Nathan and
kinda
I
cool.
talked about that for a few minutes.
Oh,
How you
James
used to manage that.
James Parker, we had seats together in what used to be the President's Club and then became Club Orange and then now has disappeared. And we used to have seats beside each other, and James and I would talk football for the whole game. And our two sons, Keon, Keon, and
No, it's
my son
Kenyon, I think.
Kenyon, something like that. Yeah, Kenyon.
Kenyon Parker.
And my son Luke would be running around playing whatever, stealing people's popcorn and having just a right royal time when they were about 8 years old. And Keon ended up playing for the BC Lions for a couple of 4 years, actually. I think he was on the team. So yeah, I haven't seen James in 30 years.
They're actually reopening Club Orange, but it ain't the same price that it used to be.
No, I doubt it. Actually,
No.
I'm talking with them right now about some tickets in I think they call it what do they call it? Some club.
It's I think it's called the Terrace Club or something like that now.
Yeah, that's not where I'm looking. All inboxes.
well, in terms of BC, what is the remodel they're going to do to BC Place? I had been reading that there's going to be a remodel for the football team.
No idea.
They're redoing the dressing room.
That's it?
Well, that's one of the things. I'm not sure what else they're doing, but I know that's one of the things.
The big thing that they were doing about the renovation wasn't BC Place Stadium. It was the Lions practice facility in Surrey. They're doing the locker room in the practice facility, which badly needed a redo. But when we were there 10 years ago, it needed a redo.
Problem is, it's going to be too nice for the area it's in because it's not in a nice area.
What, the practice facility?
The practice facility.
Well, it's in Wally, and Wally's actually pretty upscale now.
Some parts.
Some parts, yeah. Okay, what did he say? He's calling it what? Oh, thanks for reaching out. Me, Matt. Yeah, what did he call it? He called it the, oh God, I still can't find it. It's calling it club section, I think. Don't know. Can't find it right now. It's in an email, so we won't talk about that. Okay, so what we want to do right now is we want to go to the CFL quarterback rooms put out by TSN. They have all 9 rooms. We've talked about this several times, and we've just bantered back and forth about what different QBs are out there, and we really didn't know who was in each team. We didn't know the 3 deep. And TSN has put that out. Now, we know that this is not where it's going to stay for the season because there's going to be a lot of changes before. Hopefully, there's going to be some changes before training camp. At least I hope there isn't BC, but we never know. We'll see what happens.
No kidding.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable with the. We may have the best quarterback in the CFL, but we don't have the best quarterback room. It's not even close. So I want to start with Michael Dennis here for a question to you, Mike. You posted online today that it said that you said that it was pretty obvious who had the best quarterback room in the CFL. And like I said, I've been a fan for 55 years in the CFL, and I honestly can't tell you who has the best quarterback room, although I've got a pretty good guess it's the Toronto Argonauts. But who are you pegging right now, saying that who's got the best QB room right now?
I would say the best quarterback room right now belongs in Edmonton, with the addition of Powell to back up for Jardo.
I am shocked and disturbed. Sorry, I can't agree with that one. That you've got two strong number 2 quarterbacks, and that's about it. You need a starter. Toronto does have Chad Kelly, who is a starting quarterback, and Nick Arbuckle, who is his backup, which he is a very strong number 2, if not a weak number 1. So I'm betting Toronto's pretty much the best quarterback room right now, and they have Jared Doege as their third string, and Doge's got some definitely got some playing time. So I think they're pretty solid in the QB department.
Well, I think you could make the case though for Davis Alexander and Dustin Crum in Montreal.
100% you can. I think Dustin Crum is a very capable quarterback, and I would rank him ahead of at least one of the starters in the CFL right now. So, William, you tell me, you've looked at this, or you're just doing that now?
No, I've looked at this. Nobody's got a good quarterback room. Sorry.
Nobody does. No.
Nobody does.
Once you get past the number 1, it goes downhill so fast.
You got the starter, and some teams don't even have a starter, and then you got everyone else. And I noticed they haven't updated this article because Montreal got rid of James Morgan. He's no longer there. I would hope that maybe BC should pick up James Morgan. I don't know.
Well, I've got the Davis Alexander, Dustin Crum, and Dresser Wynn as the QBs in Montreal.
Yeah.
So I don't mind a Hamilton quarterback room with Bo Levi Mitchell, Trey Ford, and Jake Dogala.
That's not too bad.
No. You know, that's
one of the better ones.
Guys have got some good experience. I would put Toronto and then Hamilton pretty much with your QB capabilities. Scott, what are you jumping up and down about in here?
Well, I mean, I would have to agree based on what we know. I would have to probably say agree that Toronto currently has the best quarterback looking room.
Maybe.
I'd also agree with Will in terms of no one's got a fucking quarterback room. I don't believe in terms of Hamilton, they've got one quarterback. Trey Ford right now isn't a quarterback. Jake Dolagala will never be a quarterback. So
okay, so Jake Dogala is really good at short yardage, and we'll leave him right there because that's kind of where
exactly
he is
what
there.
He is a short yardage
he is not trying to move up the ladder there. He's a short yardage quarterback that's in there. Now, Trey Ford, last year, he wasn't used properly in Edmonton, and we've gone over that with the fact that they tried to make him into a drop back passer, and that's not who he is. He's a scrambling guy. What's the difference between Trey Ford and Chris Streveler, other than size? They both can't throw worth shit. They can't read defenses, and they both scramble around and run for things. Yet everybody thinks Chris Streveler is this awesome quarterback in Winnipeg. At least Winnipeg fans do. And Trey Ford is thrown in the dumpster.
I think Trey Ford's faster.
I think Trey Ford's faster. So under those circumstances, if Bo Levi Mitchell goes down, they're going to have to reorganize their offensive playing because Trey Ford cannot play the same offense that Bo Levi does. He's not a drop back passer. He's not reading defenses. He's not, being a surgeon out there with the football the way Bo does. And Bo does not run. You know, he
Well,
just
most of the time.
well, what he does, I can't call running anyhow, right? It's kind of a
No.
fast waddle.
Yeah, but you
But
can't.
after Trey Ford spends a year learning from Bo, I'm
It might be
interested to see
different.
what he'll do.
Yeah.
Like next year,
Agreed.
Trey could be a much different Trey Ford.
Now, why do you say
I'm-
that? He's still. How long has he been a pro? He can't read defenses. Do you think he's going to be able to read a defense a year from now?
But who's
that's a
taught
learned
him?
trait. It's a learned trait. And he had nobody to teach him in Edmonton, period. He's got Scott Milanovic and he's got Bo Levi Mitchell in Hamilton. So he has two very good mentors in Hamilton. He had no one in Edmonton. No one.
We will know if he has any potential to be a starting quarterback if he is in Hamilton at this time next year. Scott
Yes.
Milanovic is an excellent
Judge.
evaluator of quarterback talent.
Yeah.
And he will know very quickly whether or not Trey Ford has what he needs to be
And he doesn't mess around. He doesn't mess
No,
around.
he doesn't.
He benched Bo like that. So he doesn't mess around.
So, what are you guys going to do in Saskatchewan if Trevor Harris goes down?
Lose.
Cry.
Pretty much like
They will
every
cry.
other team in the CFL.
You know,
Same
I
thing that
think
BC is going to do.
Same thing that Calgary is going to do. Same thing everyone else is going to do.
I think a lot of these teams have a great starter and they have a great short yardage quarterback, but they have nothing in between. Okay, Calgary's got one in what's his name, and so yeah, it's just
if any quarterback goes down, that's the year.
I mean, we all saw last year what PJ Walker does, nothing. And and you know, Saskatchewan, they have Trevor, they have Trevor, they have Trevor Harris and Tommy Stevens, right?
And we don't know if and what Cohen can do.
Nope. So it'll be interesting.
But it'll be interesting to see that these new guys that come into camp. It'll be interesting to see if and how they work with, can they prove themselves in camp and can they maybe take over a position.
And don't forget with Toronto, we don't know Nick Arbuckle's status, so you can't really include him. So
Bo had the exact same injury and he was gone for about 2 years.
Yeah.
You have to include him until they do not include him.
Yeah.
Right, because he's still on the roster right now. So
he's on the roster. We have to assume that he's healthy and he's ready to play football. Otherwise, they would be bringing in other quarterbacks right now because they don't want to sit there with nobody in there on the bench.
Yeah, but Jake Mayer got signed in Ottawa, so Toronto couldn't sign him. That's what the problem was.
So
that is the best,
celebrating that.
You know what? That is the best part of Saskatchewan's quarterback room.
Yeah,
that's
Jake
the best
Mayer's
part
not
of
there anymore.
He was dangerously close to resigning. Dangerously.
But he got a ring last year. So there you go.
Yep, the only ring he'll see.
So my question is,
whatever. Still got one.
Jack Cohn, Jake Mayer, Jack Cohn, Jake Mayer. Jack Cohn,
Don't
Jake
know
Mayer.
who well, we've seen what Jake Mayer can do, so let's take the other guy.
Yeah.
I've never heard of Jack Cohn.
No one has.
Neither anybody has. So
Jack Cohen went to Winnipeg. Winnipeg had him last year in preseason. They said this is the next best thing coming through the CFL. We picked him up because we needed a person on our team. He played a little fraction of a little bit. I mean, and in my opinion, he outplayed Jake Mayer, which isn't all that hard.
No. It's not setting the bar real high, bro.
How does Jake Mayer stand in this league?
Because he's better than a lot of the other ones.
He's an okay backup.
And he at least has some experience.
No, he's not.
He's an okay. Well, considering
no, he's not. No, he's not. He's horrible.
Well, I don't know. I think
he is.
Honestly,
remember, guys, who's been saying that for 5 years?
I understand that, but you know what? In all honesty, if you asked me the difference between Chase Bryce and Jake Mayer, I would take Jake Mayer every fucking day.
How do you know what Chase Bryce has done when he really hasn't played that much?
We've seen him play. It was not impressive at
And
all.
we've seen
Zero.
Jake Mayer. We've seen Jake Mayer play a whole season, and he wasn't impressive.
No, but he still won a few games. Chase Bryce hasn't won a game yet.
So did Cody Fajardo.
Yeah, yes, we know. Charles, we haven't got to you yet. Who do you think has the best quarterback room here, and why?
I'm gonna say it's a toss-up for me right now for total best quarterback room. It's a toss-up for me with between Toronto and Montreal. Toronto, I mean, you've got Chad Kelly, you've got Arbuckle, you've got Jarrett Doge, who's not spectacular, but at least he has some experience. I don't know who the other guys is. You look at Montreal Alouettes, Davis Alexander looking like one of the top guys in the CFL. There is probably going to be a bit of a stigma to him, at least going for some of this year, about whether or not he can stay healthy. Dustin Crum, he's been able to come in. He's been able to win some games for Ottawa, who is not a great team. So I got to probably put it between those two teams because you look at the rest of the team. Look at Winnipeg. Look at Calgary. Look at BC. Look at several of those teams. Saskatchewan, excellent starter, nothing behind them. And they're all the same. At least with Montreal, you've got Dustin Crum, who has some experience, who's won games. Say what you want about Chad Kelly. I don't like the guy, but hey, he's won games. He's won a Grey Cup.
He won 16 games in one season.
Exactly. There's him, and then you got Arbuckle, who won a Grey Cup. You got Doge, who has some experience. So honestly, I'm probably putting it between one of those two teams.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think the three Eastern teams there, Toronto, Montreal, and Hamilton, have the best QB rooms in the league, and that's pretty sad when they're Eastern teams, because the West, you know, number one quarterback straight across the board is pretty good. I mean, Edmonton's got a low end number one and a high end number two, so you can't give them much more than that.
Yeah, but don't you think with BC, with all the additions that they've made, that Chase Bryce can still play play at a decent level with all the additions you have? You have a lot of good players there.
Possibly. I'm not going to sit here and say no. I don't know that because, like Mike said, and he does make a valid point, Chase Bryce barely played at all because when you're playing behind a quarterback caliber of Nathan Rourke, no matter who the backup is, without an injury, you're not playing, period. So it's hard to tell. So, I mean, Bryce, it's funny. Chase Bryce 2 years ago in the preseason, I thought looked pretty good. Then he played in the preseason last year and looked terrible.
Yeah.
And I think
preseason games don't mean anything. You can't really.
No, that's fair. But the thing is, too, Mike, is there was, I think, a couple of the games there earlier this season when Rourke was down for a few games with an injury. They started Mazzoli. Mazzoli struggled. They did bring in Chase Bryce a few times in that situation. He wasn't able to do anything. Again, not exactly a favorable situation. I accept that. So, and, you know, working behind Nathan Rourke, he's done it for a year now. That, I think, can be a positive. But again, until we actually see him play in something meaningful, it's really hard to make any other comment on it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, going into this season, the team I'm most stoked about is your team. I think BC's the best team in the league.
Oh, I agree with you there.
And I think even with Nathan Rourke, if he misses a few games with injury, I still think you're going to be okay. Because you can rely. You got to
have to wait and see.
You got a real good running back.
Mike, are you kidding? Really?
Yes.
Really? You saw that much of Chase Bryce that you think he's going to win games?
We're in a 1 or 2 or 3 game situation. Why not? Don't you
Okay.
think that? Don't you think doesn't Vancouver have the weapons to
Will,
compete?
we do understand his taste in quarterbacks.
Oh, come on.
Yes, they do have talent, but you have to have a semi-talented quarterback in order for that to work.
So
Okay.
my take on
And
this is Nathan Rourke, when he gets injured, he never seems to be injured during a like Ottawa or Edmonton game. He always seems to
No,
be
it's always
getting
when-
injured when he's playing Saskatchewan or Calgary or somebody else, right? So it's not convenient. His injuries aren't convenient, right? Like last year when Cody Fajardo won 5 games, I mean, he got beat Ottawa twice and, took Calgary on the return from the Labor Day and then caught Saskatchewan when they couldn't give a shit whether they won or not.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but you
So
guys,
his wins didn't have a lot of merit to them.
let's face it. Okay, I said it already. The backup quarterbacks in the CFL are shit. Okay,
For the
Agree.
most
I
part,
don't
you're
think
right.
you can expect any of them to win, to be honest with you, unless you're an Eastern team playing another Eastern team.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if your starter goes down, you're screwed. Sorry.
100%.
And I've been waiting for 3 years for somebody to step up in a second string role, but nobody has.
Well, Davis Alexander did.
Well, yeah, but he's never been
He was in a third. He was in a third string role.
He was always predicted as the next one there, anyways. Mind you, anything looks better than Cody when you're going down that road. So,
Cody's going to
anyways.
surprise. Cody is going to surprise.
Yeah, no,
you.
we're not doing that, Mike. Just stop it. We're not doing
Okay.
that, buddy. We're not doing that. Sorry.
We're Mike, we just really do like picking on you, okay? Because
Yeah.
you,
Well, no,
it's
we
fun.
don't like
It's
picking on you,
entertaining.
Mike, but sometimes you say such stupid things. I'm sorry. And I'm not calling you stupid. I'm just saying you say stupid things. That's all.
It's a good distinction, William. Thank
Don't
you for
we all?
Oh,
clarifying
you're
that.
not a stupid man, Mike. I know that. The other thing
Fixated
you got
on some dumbass
the other
shit,
thing we
but-
got to talk about is Toronto. They might have a decent quarterback room, but we don't know what their coaches are going to do because they don't have Ryan Dinwiddie. And despite what you say about Ryan Dinwiddie, he is a good quarterback coach. Always has been.
Not arguing.
Yep.
So
I don't disagree.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna move on from this because I think we've done it. We've
Yep.
pounded this one into the ground.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm concerned that the two worst teams in the league last year have not improved their quarterback situation very much.
No,
So that's
they
kind
haven't.
that says something to me right away. For you, if you want to be better than your competitor, you have to have better personnel. And if you don't upgrade your personnel, then how can you be better than your competitor? That's my biggest problem, right? I mean, Toronto upgraded their quarterback position, bringing Chad Kelly back in. Edmonton did not, and Ottawa did not. So,
But
We'll
did
see what
Ottawa upgrade in terms of bringing Dinwiddie in, who can help Drew Brown out?
that is
That's a
a
good question.
valid point, Scott. That is a good valid point.
Yep, it is.
I'm not saying Brown's going to light it up, but I do think with the help of Dinwiddie, you're going to see improvements out of that team.
And we should have because Drew Brown was a decent backup quarterback when he was in Winnipeg. He played good relief for Zach Collaros, and he had a lot of promise. And I think that if he had stayed with Zach for a little while, he would have turned into a good quarterback. But Ottawa stole him too early, threw him to the wolves, put him out there too soon. Didn't have the proper support for him either in an O-line, in receivers, in coaches, or a mentor. So I mean, he got dumped on. And how many times have we seen quarterbacks never recover from that type of situation? The fact that he's still here has to say something about his ability.
Yeah. It's just a matter of like most quarterbacks, can he stay healthy?
Yep.
And he stay healthy. Well, and show me a quarterback on here that didn't miss a game last year. Bo. Everybody else missed time. In fact,
Not
Chad
often.
Kelly missed 18 games, right? Nathan Rourke missed what? 2.5?
2.5.
Bo missed none. Vernon Adams missed what? 1.5 or 2 games?
2 games, something like that.
Trevor Harris was out for a game and a half. Zach Collaros was out for, well, he was suspended for the first game, and then I think he missed another 2 or 3 games. Drew Brown was out for 4 or 5. Cody was on the bench for half the season. Davis Alexander missed 8 games, and Chad Kelly was out for the entire season. So
don't you think with Chad Kelly, you don't know what you're going to get until he starts playing again? Because he's coming back from a major injury.
He's coming back from a major injury, and he missed half the season the year before. So he really has only played 9 games in the last 36.
Yeah.
Last 2
So
years, right?
You're right there, Mike. You're right, Mike. That is a question mark.
It's huge. It's a huge question mark.
Because I remember last season they were talking that he was going to be back. He was going to be back by July, and then they were going to try to bring him back for the Labor Day weekend, and it just never happened.
But
we
why
heard that
risk it
all
when you
year
have
they
no
kept coming back.
chance?
Yeah.
Why risk it?
I also tend to wonder with Chad Kelly's attitude in general. I really wonder how hard he was working to get back. That would be a question mark on my mind as well.
Well, especially after the season started and the Toronto tanked right from the beginning. He's
Yeah.
like, what do I want to come back for a losing team for?
Get beat up.
Why risk it?
Yeah.
It's a valid point.
Again,
and Will, you're correct. He's got a shitty attitude, and he's proved that over and over and over again throughout his career, not only with Toronto, but with every team he's ever played for.
Yeah.
And
once again,
they brought him back. They announced him as the starter long time ago.
Well, he kept on announcing himself as the starter on Instagram and stuff like that, or on Twitter, didn't he?
Yeah, but
he's been making it well.
Pinball Clemens came out and said he's the starter, right? So
yeah.
But
the other thing, and he had a leg injury, correct?
Yeah.
He broke his femur.
Right. Does he break his femur, or was it?
I think it was places.
I can't remember what it was. Anyways, that doesn't affect his throwing arm. Okay, so I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine.
But he's now got to battle those mental demons of can he take a hit? Can he do this? Can he do that?
He can work that out in the first couple of games of the year.
Oh, 100%.
So
I bet you
we'll see what happens.
Like crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. So Randy Ambrosi has landed on his feet. He is now the president CEO of Sika, which is a huge corporation based out of Calgary that joins a bunch of First Nations communities together in a construction company or something like that. Will, you want to give us some info on that, or do you know who they are?
Am I glad I'm retired? Yes, I am, because built many buildings for the Siksika Nation. Okay.
You have, yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir. So
well, he could be your buddy
dealing with them face to face.
You almost missed working with Randy.
That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say, because we wouldn't have got those buildings anymore because I'd give him my opinion of his time in the CFL.
I think you've already given his opinion, and if he's had anybody listening to our podcast at all, he would know what we think of him.
Right. So,
and I wish him all the best. I always do, and hopefully he does well over there. And
as long as he stays far away from the CFL.
Well, honestly, I would take him back over this idiot we've got now.
And
I wish this new guy would stay away from the CFL.
As long as he also doesn't get involved in their IT stuff, okay?
Oh God.
Yeah, exactly. Won't have a website for a long time.
So when's this new CFL app supposedly coming out? Or I haven't heard anything.
No idea.
Ask Mark Carney.
We've never
I-
had a decent. We've never
Wait
had
till
a
it shows
decent
up.
CFL app.
No, now we just have none.
CFL used to have an app that was garbage, and then they just got rid of it. So they're trying this new one. We'll see if it's any better.
I just don't understand in this
we had a
day.
fairly decent website, and it's gone.
In this day and age, how you can't have an app because they're not hard to do. Okay,
I can build one in 20 seconds with AI. I can build one in 20 seconds.
It's
right?
like, come on, guys, really?
Well, don't most companies outsource that out to another company to build it for them?
You think? Yes,
You
they do.
think?
So,
Yeah.
so why can't the CFL do that? It's not that expensive.
We don't know.
We don't know, Mike.
We've been asking for 4 years, Michael.
I know I was looking for the CFL app last season. I literally was. I was shocked that there wasn't one.
Like Will said, there used to be one and it sucked. And then they just got rid of it.
They can't even get stats right, basic stats right. How are they gonna get an app going?
I don't know. We still don't have a web page after 4 years.
Yeah.
We don't have
Yeah,
anything that updates or nothing.
No, it's terrible.
And it's not
Okay.
very promising
Mhm.
with the fact that TSN doesn't even promote the CFL.
Yeah,
Just,
but you would think that there would be improvements
you're
because
hitting all those. You're hitting all those buttons today, Scott.
the guy who runs the league, the guy that runs the league comes from a media background, doesn't he?
Supposedly.
He used to
He's an executive, so I don't know
work
what that
for
means.
TSN.
Yeah. Whatever.
I think he's put the CFL.
I mean, I was looking at the CFL website today, and they were
Why?
talking. I just
Did they still show a playoff game in
Sucks.
progress or what?
and they showed that CBS is going
Grey Cup still in the fourth quarter.
CBS is going to continue to be the home
Onside
of
kickoff.
CFL football here in America. I mean, God, CBS Sports sucks.
Sorry. That's who's writing the check, and it's not a very big check. I think it's only about $250,000. It sucks.
Why is it it's only the five of us that believe that this product is really good and should be better and should be promoted better?
Well, there's a lot of people that believe that. We just all 5 of us happen to agree on that. But there's a good chunk of the CFL fan base that believes the same thing. I mean, go look at the Fire the Commissioner Facebook page.
Oh,
I've
I mean,
never seen it.
that
I was
site is
talking
out
to
of
one
hand.
guy today, and he says that he knows 15 people between Calgary and Regina who have ditched their season tickets this year. 15 people. So, I honestly, this is going to hurt the league and in a devastating way. And I'm not sure whether or not we're going to survive it. And I know we've always had the chicken little attitude with the CFL that the sky is falling and what the hell's going to happen. But I can see that there's some teams out there that are fragile and we may lose them. But we'll see what happens. So we're going to do early power rankings because I'll tell you the TSN came out with them and CFL.ca came out with them. And they weren't overly obnoxious. So we'll see how they go. And we're going to do them here for us and see what happens. So
I really like how they put Calgary in 8th place. I really like that.
That was stupid.
It's a good one.
I just did this wrong. So and who are you? Oh yeah, you're Mike. Okay, Mike. Who are you going to put number 1 in this power rankings, Michael?
Vancouver, BC. There's no doubt in
BC
my mind.
Lions. Okay, going backwards here. Scott.
Well, I think I have the same opinion about this every year, that the defending Grey Cup champions have to be put in there unless they lose a significant amount of people, which they didn't. So number one to me will be Saskatchewan.
Okay. And William, you're going to agree with that?
Yep,
You
absolutely.
seem to be bouncing your head back and forth. Charles?
No, I think
Yeah.
I think we go by past performance and what they do week to week. And Saskatchewan won the last game of the year, so they should be number one right now.
Well,
Just
just because a
saying.
team wins a game doesn't mean you elevate them in the power rankings.
Well, they're not elevated, they're number one.
They were number one. I'm
number one
not disputing this. I'm not disputing this.
They're number one until someone knocks them out of number one. That's all.
Charles, who you got number one?
I'm going to go with Scott and Will. I mean, especially when you're doing power rankings in March, mind you, you're got to go by the previous season. You got to go with the Grey Cup champions. Until someone else knocks them off and proves they're better, I have to go with them. It's just common sense.
Well, I'm not going to argue with you, but I am going to make a statement here that says that Calgary was really close to taking BC out in the semifinal game. And BC was so close, should have beat the Saskatchewan Roughriders for the Western final game.
Mm-hmm.
So those three teams are pretty much neck and neck in this, and I can't pick one over the other than the fact that they're so close it's ridiculous. And I think BC improved their team. I don't think Saskatchewan did, and Calgary may have lost a step. So I'm taking the BC Lions as number one in that position right now, just simply because of what happened in free agency. Not because of the last game, but because of what's happened in free agency. And I think BC strengthened their team. Saskatchewan, if anything, broke even. And Calgary dropped a couple. So that's my reasoning on this, and we'll go back around. I'll put Saskatchewan at number two without question. William, who are you throwing in number two?
BC.
BC?
Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. I think they were probably the second best team in the CFL last year. Yeah, so.
Yep.
And I don't think they didn't make a lot of changes other than Sankey and well, like I said, this is based on last year, so who knows where they're going to be this year. I got a pretty good idea.
Charles, so. Are you throwing the Lions in there, Charles?
100%. I mean, Saskatchewan, I put as the first team. Literally, the Lions were less than a minute from beating them in the Western Final. So I think that's your neck and neck. These guys are going to be probably going to be the two teams battling for first place. I think those two teams are a little bit above the other teams. So yeah, BC's my number two.
Okay. Scott.
Yeah, I'm going to go BC at an extremely close number two. Just with the addition of Sankey, that was what was missing in BC last year, is the run defense. So yeah, extremely number two, close to.
Okay, and Michael, what do you got for number two?
Saskatchewan.
Okay, so here's our toss up now. Charles, who are you going to pick for third place?
Third place, I'm going with the Montreal Alouettes. Davis Alexander, I still think, is a top-notch quarterback. They got to the Grey Cup last year, didn't win it, but they were, right there. I think they're easily the best team in the East by quite a bit. I'm going to put them in 3.
Okay. William.
I am going to put the Calgary Stampeders in number 3, and I'll tell you why. I think last year was a change for them. The year before, they were in last place in the CFL, and last year they reverted back to the way they've always done things. And they're all playing Calgary Stampeder football, and I think that's why they did not make lots of changes this year. I think they're playing Calgary Stampeder football, and that's what Dave Dickinson is trying to keep. And that's why he didn't make a lot of changes. He did make a few changes, And so I think they are going to be better.
Okay. CJ is putting the Calgary Stampeders there simply for all of the reasons Will said and the fact that they fucking near just about did it. They were as close to going to the Grey Cup as any other Western team that was up there.
And I mean, once again, I don't know how you can predict any team that loses twice to Ottawa but beats Saskatchewan twice.
Yeah,
like
Nothing about that makes sense.
And loses to Edmonton.
And lose to Edmonton, yeah.
Yeah.
And lose to Edmonton. So, if they had played better football in those 3 games, then they would have been the number 1 team in the league without question.
Who knows?
Michael, what are you going to do for number 3 here?
I would say for the majority of for a great part of the majority of the season, Calgary was the best team in the league last year. And then they hit a tough patch. I think I like, as Will said, I like Calgary.
Yeah. Vernon Adams, the backside of any season, Vernon Adams hasn't really performed all that well. So we'll see what happens.
And I'm hoping this year he gets his confidence that he should have all the time.
He should. And if Dave plays with him properly, then I believe he will.
I hope.
Yeah, I hope.
Scott, and he's got to stop trying to run through 250-pound linebackers because he thinks he's a stud.
No.
Anyways, sorry, I'll shut up now.
Yeah, I'll go. I'm gonna go with Calgary Stampeders as well for all the exact same reasons that CJ and Will just mentioned. Also for the simple fact of they've now all played together, they're gelled together, they know each other, they know how they are running their routes. Vernon Adams should have a bounce back here with his confidence. I think Calgary, and if you look at the West last year between Saskatchewan, BC, and Calgary, it was a toss-up, heads and tails.
Yeah. Okay, Mike, you're going to start us off here on number 4.
Number 4, I would go with Montreal because of Davis Alexander. I think he's a very good quarterback. They've added some new players. Didn't lose anybody. Stanky, they lost him, but I still think that overall they're still a good team, and they'll be at number 4.
I noticed that Montreal lost a lot of players this year to retirement.
Yeah,
which probably more than any other team, which kind of looked a little funny. But I'm taking Montreal in 4th position as well. So we're going to do that. And Charles, your number 4 is going to be?
My number 4 is going to be Hamilton. I like the fact that I'm a little bit of reservation because Bo Levi Mitchell is now, 37, 38 right now. So he is getting up there in years. We've seen quarterbacks, they get to 1 year and they just hit a wall. I'm hoping this isn't for Bo Levi Mitchell. But you look at some of the stuff they've done in the offseason. They brought in Shamar Bridges and Curly Getting Juniors as receivers after losing Tim White. They brought in Winton McManus on defense. I like a lot of the stuff they're doing. They were a good team last year. I think they're going to be a pretty good team this year, providing that Bo Levi Mitchell stays healthy. And if he doesn't, can Trey Ford step up and step in there and keep them afloat? I don't know. We'll have to see. But they're going to be my number 4 pick at this point.
Okay. William.
My number 4 pick is going to be the Edmonton Elks because they have the best quarterback in the CFL currently. Okay. And that would be, what's his name? He used to play in Hamilton.
Taylor Powell.
Taylor Powell. Okay. No, actually, I'm going to go with Montreal. And number 4, Montreal, because you know what? I'm not sold on their quarterback yet. I really am not. So, I mean, he's a good starter. There's no doubt about it. But I tend to wonder. And once again, he's young, so we'll see. And I'm hoping Jason Moss makes him a really outstanding quarterback. But that's the main reason. I mean, once again, Montreal has lost Darnell Sankey. That's going to be a big, big hole for them to fill, and a big, big leadership role for them to fill. So
The big question is whether Jason Moss can get Davis Alexander's ego in check. And did this loss in the Grey Cup humble him, or did it devastate him?
No, I don't think you get humbled when you're that age.
No.
Probably not, no.
Or in that position. Okay, Scott.
I am also going with Hamilton. Montreal has lost some key players. Davis Alexander, we have to assume he's coming into the season healthy, but he is a bit arrogant in how he plays and everything like that. And I don't, like Will said, I don't know if he's been humbled. You've got Bo in there he's coming towards the end of his career. You know he wants a Grey Cup. You know he can do it. That whole team wants to do it. I think you're just going to see a very rejuvenized team.
Yeah, okay. In fifth place, CJ is going with Hamilton. At this point in time, it's just a matter of throwing teams out there that are what's left. But Hamilton is definitely in the mid range of teams in the CFL, and they're not in the bottom, they're not in the top, but they're definitely in the middle in there, and they're a strong team with Bo. And like we said, we probably has one of the best quarterback rooms. That if something does happen to their backup, or to the starter, they've got a decent backup. And we'll see what happens with Hamilton. They're hungry. They are the team that has the longest Grey Cup streak. Drought.
Non-Grey Cup.
The longest. Yeah, from 1999, not even in this century. So
1999, yep.
1999 was the last Grey Cup win. William, who are you going to take in fifth place?
Fifth place, I am going to go, for all the same reasons you went with them, only a different team. I'm going to go with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Because when you have Zach Collaros, you still cannot count them out. And I think,
actually, you know what? I forgot all about Winnipeg.
I think he's going to have a comeback season this year because he wasn't great last year. And I think he still wants to be known as the best. And so, and they've hired some receivers and they've got some old offensive linemen. But the difference between Winnipeg and Hamilton, in my mind, is Hamilton has signed a lot of old guys, like really old, like Wynton McManus. He's hurt all the time, and he's old. Sorry. So, but there you go. My fifth pick is Winnipeg.
I completely forgot all about Winnipeg, and I am going to swap my Winnipeg and Hamilton picks. Okay, I'm going to put Winnipeg in fifth and Hamilton in sixth. So I'm swapping them around right now because I agree with you, William. You're 100% correct there. And I'll just go early on the next picks with Hamilton. Charles, who are you going to put in fifth?
5, I've got Calgary. They've still got Vernon Adams, who's I still think is a great quarterback. They've got the running back there. What's their running back's name? Why am I drawing a blank?
Derek Mills.
Bell?
Derek Mills, thank you. He's
Mills.
an excellent running back. Dominic Rhymes retired. They lost Alford to go to the NFL. I would have liked to have seen them do a bit more in free agency. But if you look at it, Saskatchewan was the Grey Cup champions. BC was number 2, and they've made some additions in free agency that had improved them from where they were last year. Calgary didn't do enough for my liking. That's why I put them 5th.
Yeah, okay. Michael?
I'm going to go with Hamilton because of Bo Levi Mitchell. I still believe in that guy, and with the additions that they have made in free agency, though they did lose White, I think even some of the additions were old. Bo Levi has the ability to continue to lead this team. I like him.
Okay.
Scott?
I'm also going to go with Winnipeg Blue Bombers on this one. This likely, now who knows if they win it, but this likely could be Zach Collaros' last year. He's going to have a chip on his shoulder because, I mean, every media outlet said, retire, you shouldn't come back after the game that he got knocked out on. They've got a new offensive coordinator. We'll see if that makes a difference. they have to run Brady more. If they run Brady, and with the lack of an old line potentially there, if the offensive coordinator gets Zach Collaros on the roll all the time or a good chunk of the time, he'll destroy defenses.
Wasn't it Winnipeg that picked up Broxton from BC?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know that one person is going to make a huge difference, but either way, I think the offensive coordinator is going to sit down with him and say, in the event, let's get you out and let's get, because he's comfortable when he's out of the pocket. He's not comfortable
outside of the box.
Yeah. And he'll destroy you. And they have Dembski.
Yeah. No, 100%. William, you got your number 5 there with Winnipeg. Everybody's got number 5. I pulled Hamilton in at number 6. Charles, who are you going to throw there?
This Winnipeg? Is where I stick Winnipeg. This is where I put Winnipeg. I'm sorry, I don't think they pretty much brought back the status quo. I mean, yeah, they brought in Broxton. They brought in Jake Ceresna, who's a good pickup, I think, from Edmonton. To me, they're just too similar than they were last year. They've got Brady Oliveira. They've got Stanley Bryant. They brought back Willie Jefferson. They brought back Zach. I'm sorry, Zach, for the first time, really showed his age last year. There were games he was hurt quite a few. There were games where he sorely underperformed. He's been a great quarterback. He can still be a quarterback that wins you games. He just can't win them enough of them right now. He's just far beyond his prime. I don't know about his ability to stay healthy, much like I'm with Bo Levi Mitchell. And I just think the Bombers are too much wrapped up in nostalgia and so on. And, you know, a lot of guys that have been there a long time, they need more change, I thought this was a time where they could have brought some of those guys back. I thought they needed to bring in some new blood, some new people, and I don't think they did enough of it. So that's why I'm putting them 6th.
I think Winnipeg needed to change 3 years ago, and they didn't change anything. If they changed a little bit 3 years ago, a little bit 2 years ago, a little bit last year, they would be a very strong team right now. But because they took those two years longer and let everybody get old, you can't turn the entire team over at one time. That they are a little bit on the geriatric side of things. I do agree with you with that, Charles. I still think that, heads up, Zach Collaros is a better QB than Bo Levi Mitchell. That's why I put Winnipeg up above Hamilton. So I am taking Hamilton in that 6th spot, which we already said that. Charles, you've got Winnipeg in the 6th spot. Michael, you're going to put
Edmonton.
You're going to put Edmonton there, eh? Okay.
Because we've added a pass rusher in Malik Carney, offensive line depth. We've added 3 offensive linemen. We've added Taylor Powell. Our secondary was already good, and we've added to that. I think we're in a good position.
Okay. William, who do you want in 6th place here? Who's your bottom of your mid-tier?
I'm going to take Hamilton for sure.
You're going to take Hamilton. Okay.
Yeah. And for all the reasons you said earlier, but I think they're a little long in the tooth, so I don't think they're going to be that great. But they still have Bo.
So it's Winnipeg.
Yeah. But I like you, I think Zach is better than Bo. So
yeah. That's why I made the switch more than anything. And Scott, you're last on the number 6 here. Who's your mid-tier player team here?
I think for this one I'll have to put Montreal, mostly due to the fact that the rest of their teams are kind of sort of in a rebuild right now. I don't think they're going to be as good as they were last year, but I don't think they're going to be too horrible.
Okay. I'll start off the number 7. I'm going to put Toronto in. I cannot discount Chad Kelly. I don't particularly like him. I think he's a despicable human being. And but he did play some good football a couple of years back. And we'll see what happens in that regard. So if he can come back to his old self, then he is going to be a stronger player. is the team going to be as good under the new offensive coordinator that moved up to head coach? What's his name? Mike Myers or
Mike Kelly.
Mike Miller.
Mike Miller.
Miller.
Okay. So I'm putting Toronto in there. We'll see what happens and go from there. William, who do you want in your number 7 position? You've got Toronto, Edmonton,
No,
and Ottawa.
I know. You know what? I'm going to go with Edmonton because I think they did make enough changes. I don't think they're going to be that much better this year, but I think they're probably going to win a couple of more games that they should have won last year against weaker teams. So, yeah, I'll go with Edmonton.
Okay.
And for all the reasons Mike made, not the quarterback situation because the current second string new guy, he'll be the starter by midseason, guaranteed.
Taylor Powell.
Taylor Powell, thank you.
Don't disagree with you. He's going to be pushing Cody out the entire season. Yep. In fact, he might make it out of training camp. Who knows? We'll see what happens there. Scott, you've got number 7 here. You've got the same 3, which is Toronto, Ottawa, and Edmonton. Who are you putting in there?
I'm fighting on this one, but I think I'm actually going to go with Ottawa. I think the addition there.
Really?
I think with the addition of Dinwiddie, I was fighting it against Edmonton and Toronto. Toronto, I just don't think that they're going to make that big of a difference this year. And Edmonton, I think they're just really out of sorts. Way too many new people. Ottawa has a lot of new players as well. I just think Dinwiddie is going to change them around, and that team is going to be excited with new management. They got a good secondary, potentially a good quarterback, so we'll see.
Okay, so Ottawa's there for you. I got Toronto. Williams got Edmonton. Charles, who are you going to throw in your 7th position?
Honestly, 6 to 9 is the toughest part of these power rankings for me.
Always is. Buddy.
I'm going to go with Scott here, and I'm going to also take Ottawa. I honestly almost put Ottawa above Winnipeg, but at that point, I got to say, you know what? Show me first. They brought in Dinwiddie. Yep. I think that's going to be a big help to what's his face there. Quarterback. Jesus, Drew Brown. I think that's going to be helpful. I like a lot of the signings they made in free agency. Dylan Wynn's a good signing. CJ Revis. I like the signing of Aiden Eberhardt, although some people I've seen make a bigger deal than that because I don't think he's that big of a difference maker, but I still like the signing. Yeah, they signed Jake Mayer. We'll forget about that. But honestly, they're a team. I think Dinwiddie is going to definitely help that team. I don't know how big a jump they are. I think they're going to be better than last year. Like I said, I almost put them ahead of the Bombers, but I got to say, you know what? Show me first. It's good to see it on paper. I got to see it on the field.
Yeah. 100%. Michael.
Winnipeg.
Number 7, Winnipeg. Okay. And any justifiable reason here, or are you just going with everything that everybody else said and dealing with it? And let's just close it off because there's not much else we can say about any fucking team out here right now because the bottom is the bottom.
I can't add to what's already been said.
6, 7, 2, 6, 7. And Charles, you got 7, I got 7. So there we go. That's it. In 8th place, we're gonna do 8 and 9 at the same time here, just because it's no surprise for 9th position. And going in, I am taking the Ottawa Red Blacks, and filing at the bottom down there, we'll have the Edmonton Elks. Charles, what are you gonna do?
I'm putting Edmonton at 8. They could be higher. I considered putting them higher. I've considered them as high as 6th. Cody Fajardo, Taylor Powell. I mean, that's it. Neither one of those guys alone is great, but I think they are one of the better 1-2 combos because they both got experience, although Taylor Powell's experience is limited. Cody Fajardo, while I don't think he's a top level quarterback, can win you games. He can manage games. He showed that last year. He showed that in Montreal. You put the right people around him, he can win. Is he going to win it by himself? Not very often. They've made some decent moves on their defense. They made some decent free agency moves. So while I have them at 8, it won't surprise me to see them higher. And 9, obviously, I'm going to put the Toronto. Sorry, go on.
The problem that I have with that is Edmonton, I don't think they did enough to catch Calgary.
No, I don't think they did.
Okay.
I think they could be a crossover.
Yeah, they could be a crossover. So they're fighting Winnipeg for that 4th position. Okay. So I don't think they improved themselves enough to be competitive with the rest of the division.
I can understand.
And if you look head to head with the other teams in the Western Division, who are they going to be stronger than? I honestly don't think they can be stronger than Winnipeg. Only if Zach doesn't play.
I'm not convinced they're not.
Yeah.
And then obviously in 9, Toronto, I'm sorry, Chad Kelly, they're a train wreck. They've lost Winton McManus. They didn't do much to replace them. They weren't good last year. Chad Kelly hasn't played in a year and a half. I'm sorry, I don't see anything there in Toronto to be excited about. I really don't. I just don't think they're going to be very good. They weren't good last year, and I don't see them being any better this year.
Actually, it's not a year and a half for Toronto. He missed the first 9 games. He played the back 9 games.
That's right. Yeah.
And then he missed all of last season.
Hurt. He got hurt in the playoffs too. So
yeah, he got hurt in the playoffs.
I just don't see anything there for Toronto. I really don't.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe I'll be surprised, but I don't.
William?
I think it's rather disgusting of you gentlemen that you're giving Edmonton so little respect, okay? Because they're going to be better this year. This is for you, Mike. It's disgusting how these guys pick on you constantly about how bad Edmonton's going to be, and I
said they could be better.
They're going to be better than we think they are. But the last 2 picks are easy: Ottawa, Toronto. Ottawa, they'll probably get better because of Dinwiddie, and Toronto is gonna be a garbage can fire this year. They're gonna be worse than last year if that's possible. And I think that's the overall plan with Toronto, is to be horrible so that they can get an NFL team. But that's just my opinion.
Well, there's a possibility in that. Scott.
I have some similar thoughts to Charles on this one. I think if Taylor Powell takes over in Edmonton, you could rank Edmonton higher.
Yes.
The other part of it too is Cody Fajardo has never in his career had competition. He never had competition in Saskatchewan. He went to Montreal. He never had competition in Montreal. He went to Edmonton. He really didn't have competition. And once they saw Trey Ford, he just wasn't a quarterback as of yet. So he's never seen competition. If Taylor Powell takes him out because he's better, in my opinion, maybe you see a better Cody Fajardo because he now has competition.
Possible.
And that quarterback room becomes better.
Have you ever known Cody Fajardo to have 2 good seasons in a row?
I've never seen him have 1 good season in a row.
Well, he did with Montreal. Sorry.
The defense had a good season.
I know it was the defense, but he didn't lose it for them.
Montreal didn't have a great season that year. They had a great playoff run.
Yeah,
they had a great playoff run.
They won like the last 10 games of the year or something like that because of their defense.
And Toronto, for me, is open tryouts this year.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
They will become better with the people that are in there. Just
Toronto's a JV team.
You have to. You said that Cody's never had competition, Scott. I will say that every time that Cody's got competition, he's failed because the team has kicked him to the curb.
But he's never had competition because no one's ever competed for that spot over him.
Not in training camp, but in the off season, they went with Davis Alexander over Cody.
Oh
Who
yeah,
only
because
played like 4 games.
Saskatchewan went with Trevor Harris over Cody.
yes, but if Cody doesn't get injured in that game, or if Caleb Evan doesn't get injured, you don't see Davis Alexander.
Yeah,
So they brought him in due to injury, not because of competition.
True.
No, I'm not saying they didn't. I'm just saying that in the off season he got kicked to the curb.
Yes, because they found someone better. Yeah.
Okay, who have we got left here? Michael.
Michael.
It's pretty obvious. Dinwiddie in Ottawa is number 8. They've got good players there. I think Dinwiddie's going to make a difference, and Toronto is going to be garbage.
I will laugh at all of us if Toronto's in first place.
I actually, and you've got Scott. Did you win already? Who did you pick?
Yeah.
You picked Edmonton and then Toronto.
Edmonton, then Toronto. Yeah.
Okay, and okay, Charles is done. William's done. I'm done. Mike's done. There it is.
We're all
We've
done.
wrapped up that. There's our power rankings. Sparky King put this together and post them. Oh, geez, somebody's got homework. Okay. Anything else you guys want to touch, or we're like an hour and a half into the show that we had nothing to talk about?
It's going to be interesting to see how right and or wrong we are about these power rankings.
Yep.
Well, that depends. Are we picking the final rankings at the end of the season, or are we talking about the first week? Right. So I mean, these are not our season picks.
Power rankings go completely up and down throughout the season.
Yeah.
Well,
you have to remember.
I really think the top 4 teams could be in any position.
Yeah.
And the bottom 5 teams could be in any position.
Well, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting after preseason and the second free agency period to see what happens.
Yep.
That's true.
Historically, the top 3 teams are interchangeable. The middle 3 teams are interchangeable, and the bottom 3 teams are interchangeable.
Yep.
Because I can't really bring Winnipeg, Hamilton, or Montreal up into the top 3, right? I just can't do it. I can't take them up into BC, Saskatchewan, Calgary, and I can't bring Toronto, Ottawa, or Edmonton up into the Hamilton, Montreal.
Sask, BC, Calgary is going to be a very
Winnipeg.
tight race, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To me, it's all the teams are always broken into thirds, and that's just the way that it's been, always has been. And you might have one straggler out of the top 3 where the number 4 kind of earns his way up in there, and you've usually got somebody that in 6th place that deserves to be down with the bottom 3, and shit happens. Anything else you guys want to talk about today? I know William needs to go to bed. He's got to get up early in the morning and go to work, go work out, and then go to work.
There you go.
And he's getting old, so he's doing that. So
4:15 comes awfully early. I'm sorry.
It does so. I know what it is. It's just an hour earlier for you. And BC made a major announcement this week. They are going to daylight saving time this Saturday night, and they are staying there forever.
Good.
So we're not going to fall back in the fall.
And I always thought that you could compare Saskatchewanites with BC people, and now it just proves it, right? Neither one can tell time.
No, it's the NDP. Sorry, it's the NDP.
And if they change time, they wouldn't know what time to go to football games. So I understand completely.
I think changing time has got to be the stupidest thing
It's
I've ever
not.
heard.
It's nonsense.
It's stupid.
And I'm glad we're not doing it anymore because it's dumb.
I lived in Alberta and they changed time, and I found it was stupid.
You didn't live in Alberta. You lived in Red Deer. My God.
Well,
there's a lot of reasons to do it. Most of those reasons are now gone.
So you're going to be an hour ahead of us, even though we're on the same coast.
Well, depending on the time of year.
Only for the 4 months of the winter.
That's done.
Only from November to March.
It's going to be kind of weird, though. We cross the border into Washington State and we go back an hour.
Well, Washington is talking about doing it too. So is Oregon and California. So we'll see what happens.
Good.
We have a 4-hour drive to Manitoba and you change
We'll be
times.
trendsetters.
And
I-
I don't know.
I'm gonna be-
Danielle Smith is changing her tune on the concept of it as well. So we'll see if Edmonton or Calgary or Alberta does the same thing. But then we got, if Alberta does the same thing, do they go with standard time or do they go with daylight time? Are they going to go with Saskatchewan or are they going to go with BC? So we'll see what happens because they're mountain time. And it's a little bit
Once we separate, can't we use make our own time?
well, I think so. And
He's got
Okay.
they got to align with the states.
Yeah.
what was it? The BC Prosperity Group or whatever society? They just got incorporated as a society now. So the Separatist Party in British Columbia is now official.
We had
They got a
we
little-
had
they
an
got-
we had an Alberta separatist in our parking lot last week, and
Yeah.
we had to kick him out because we were scared he was going to film the Home Depot sign. Okay, and we can't have that happening, so we made him go away. So
So are
whatever.
you
I had
guys,
a good talk with our buddy Owen Sinclair, who is a very strong separatist. He's out petitioning for names on the signatures on the petition, and I had a good talk with him, and I told him why separating from Canada is a bad idea and what the best alternative is. And I wrote a big essay on it, and I gave it to him, and it seems to be going a little bit viral in the Alberta pool right now. So we'll see what happens. So, kind of cool.
are you guys actually going to succeed?
No.
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 Quebec's been trying to separate for how many thousands of years now?
Oh fuck!
Oh fuck! Since the 70s.
The
Since
separation.
the 70s.
It's like
We'll,
fuck.
we'll give you Minnesota.
The day after they became a province, they tried separating.
Fuck you, Mike. Fuck you and fuck your mother. Okay.
That's funny.
We do not want Minnesota. Okay. That's your
Neither-
shit, Ken.
neither do
It's
we.
not ours. We do not want it.
I've been to Minnesota many times, so
From a weather
Yeah.
climate standpoint,
I
it
don't
would rain.
think it's the same Minnesota you knew, Will.
Land of 1,000 lakes.
well, I went tubing in Apple River, Wisconsin, which you had to stay in Minnesota to do that, and I had a great time. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
I
think that state has changed.
that I remember.
Okay.
Anyways. Okay.
Let's close this one down. This has been Let's Talk CFL podcast episode number 639. I've been your host, Christopher Jones, and I had fun. We had some fun. It's an hour and a half into the show, and we're going to shut her down. So
Cool.
you guys take care. Enjoy. Michael, say goodnight.
Good night, everybody. Enjoy your week, and hopefully there'll be more to talk about next week.
Hey, did you hear that meteorite last night, Charles?
I didn't. I woke up this morning and saw everyone commenting on it. I didn't hear it, but
A
I
meteorite
don't know.
landed in I think in the Gulf waters or something like that. Broke the sound barrier, big sonic boom, and big splash or something like that. Anyhow, Charles, say goodnight while you're there.
good night. Good night, folks. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next week. Look out, Michael. You got a meteorite behind you. Never mind.
That's what made me think of it when Michael's
Yeah.
pattern in the background there. William, say goodnight.
Good night, everybody. And no, it wasn't an actual fire in Calgary, but
It was
What
a
are you
fire.
gonna
It was
do?
a dumpster fire
Well,
in
it
the
was a fire. It was a
dumpster.
dumpster fire. And
Little
usually Calgary
symbolic.
fans would bring s'mores for something like that. Okay, so
Well, the plastic that would be burning in there would be terrible. I wouldn't
Yeah,
want to
who
eat
wants to
anything
roast
coming
that
off
out,
that.
out of a
during the
dumpster?
day. What was
Yeah,
that, Charles?
Who wants to roast marshmallows out of a dumpster?
The homeless.
Okay, fair enough.
A fire's a fire, baby. Fire's a fire.
Is this the
Well.
Calgary Stampeders idea of tailgating? I don't know.
Well, maybe.
That would be the rider.
Oh, that is one thing we didn't talk about is that the
That's
Saskatchewan
McMahon
Roughriders are
Stadium
now
Zoo's
having
fire
a
pit.
lottery for their tailgating party, but we'll get to that next week.
let's
Okay.
talk about that week.
Stupid shit next
I
week.
want to roast them for that. Let's talk about that next week.
Let's
fuck me.
put that on the agenda for next week. Okay, Michael. Okay.
Oh, fuck me.
Scott, say goodnight, Scott.
Good night, everyone. And for everyone watching out there, if you have topics that you would like to hear discussed, feel free to let us know.
Yeah, it's time to start looking for some guests here now. guys. Okay.
We should put that on our Facebook pages in case anybody wants like
I'm
like
going
what's
to.
his name suggested. It's a good idea. It's a really good idea.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to hit the stop button.